the home of the Lakers here on 2K Sports. Crowd here in anticipation of their home team, Lakers, in an interconference battle here at the Staples Center. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out, and they must have caught them off guard, Clark, because it wasn't even close.
We saw good production, good support from the backcourt, and their offense was really clicking in rhythm.
And a change here for the Pacers. Posey's checked in. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Ford, James Posey out there with Danny Granger. Then there's Jones and Gollison. Here's Ford, kept alive. The second chance effort. Jones, no luck.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke caught up with Phil Jackson. Doris?
Well, like most coaches, Kevin, as much as he'd love to see his guys light it up on the scoreboard, he said the real battle will be at the defensive end of the floor. That's where he feels this game will be won or lost.
Thanks, Doris. So defense is the key early on.
It's not surprising, Kevin, when you think about the great team, so much of their game planning really starts at the defensive end of the floor.
Clark, let's take a look at the story with T.J. Ford. Here's a guy who averaged about 8 assists a game in 06-07. But since that time, he's become more and more of a shoot-first guard. Why?
Kevin, I think he's always been more of a shoot-first point guard. He's been a guy, I think, who's piled up assists because of his ability to score the ball, put pressure on the defense by getting to the lane. In Indiana, Jim O'Brien was asking him to be more of a pass-first point guard, and that's why I think he struggled a little bit.
The question last year, at least one of the questions was, would the Lakers, Clark, still be as successful with swapping out Artest for Trevor Ariza?
And that's a legitimate question because you never know how the dynamics of a team change when you change personnel.
Right.
So clearly it was something that was going to be a work in progress. It remained to be seen, but I think the play of the Lakers in the postseason kind of answered that. Ron brought an element of toughness and physicality. Now, he can be a little wayward and a little bit of he can be a little wayward with some of his decisions, but typically he overcomes that with his effort and his tenacity and his versatility, I think, at the defensive end of the floor.
And an older guy for a younger, promising, rising player like Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, and in the context of the makeup of the Lakers team, I felt Phil Jackson and the coaching staff and the organization and his teammates felt that this would be a good added piece, and so far that's proven to be true.
Very good point. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Baseline jumper. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
There wasn't really much that stood out to me. Not a lot of areas that stood out. And from their own standards, I'd have to think they'd rate their performance as below par. But again, it's about winning, and it was strong enough to win. He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Pacers trail by 3, so the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Clark, this is the first they're seeing of the Lakers this season.
Yep, they'll see them twice this season, so not a lot of FaceTime with these guys.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Here's Hibbert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. And people do like to see these interconference battles.
Oh, I agree with you, Kevin. Definitely in some sports you don't get to play all the other teams on your home court, so the fans love coming out for these.
Buries it from outside. 7 points in the game.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
And Andrew Bynum pulls it down. Lakers leading by 4. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Danny Granger. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. You look at Indiana. Such a solid presence inside. Tough to handle.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
And the Lakers with some changes. Ratliff is checked in, and Derek Fisher is subbed in for Lamar Odom. Here's Ford. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Now Jones. Behind the arc, number 87 snatches it inside. The three, shot's good. He's got 12. Here's Ford, averaging 9 points per contest. He dishes it. He's covered by Fisher. Poked away.
Just too difficult to squeeze that pass low.
And some great offensive action to get this one underway in the first. Lakers lead by 9.
Well, their defense has been superb, Kevin. They're talking, working together, and really making it a challenge to score.
It's more NBA coming your way. Now the second quarter up to start. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Pacers trail by 3. We get a look at the Pacers here. What does this team need to do to get on top?
I think they need another start next.
Oh! A replay here. The Sprite Slam Cam showing us how it's done.
It's the old reversal. That was something else, wasn't it, Kev?
All a defender can do, Clark, is hope the photographer didn't get him in the picture.
I think he was posterized.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Kobe getting all the attention, I think the casual observer might not realize just how much Pau Gasol means to this Lakers team. Phil Jackson said, there are a number of things he does that are unnoticeable to the average person. And guys, when you talk about defensively, with his quickness to cover ground, with his great passing, and just his overall IQ for the game, Gasol is a huge part of the Lakers' dominance. Kevin, there's just no question about his impact.
He's been the difference in their 2 championships. Thanks, Doris. And, yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. The league's marquee franchise players just love coming to L.A. Great market, Clark, great organization.
Well, great history, too, and not to mention the championship trophies that are part of the Laker history and tradition, and it's easy to sell that because at the end of the day, Kevin, these guys are making a lot of money. They love playing the game, but they want to win. They want to be in a winning environment, in a winning culture, and nobody's done it much better in all the sports than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Posey with it. Leads him with the pass. Got a piece of it. 2:20 left in the second. Puts the hammer down.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty to watch him just rise up and put it down.
Clark, doesn't it look like he's always having fun out there?
Yeah, he's having a party. I mean, they might need to stock a spare backboard when this guy comes to town.
Jones kicks to Ford. Back to Jones. Lets loose for a 3. The shot is off. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
You know, when you look at what the story of the game was, it came down to tremendous production out of the star player. He simply controlled the game. It's hard to lose if you've got that lights-out performance streaking up and down the court. Wise foul there, Kevin. You can't give up the easy dunk.
Clark, the Pacers just could not find a way to win on the road. What were they, 9-32?
9-32, Kevin. The second worst road record in the East. And they really struggled in enemy territory, in part because they never established themselves as a defensive team, and they had some injuries as well.
Both teams deciding to change up. Ford passes to Hansbrough. It's dumped off. Will it go? And Ford with the basket on the assist by Jones.
You know, I really like that sense of urgency they're showing in this second quarter. That's impressive. That's what you want to see. They were a little lethargic coming into the game.
Here's Odom. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Boy, I love Lamar Odom because he's so versatile, and not just offensively, you know, he's defensively versatile as well. I mean, he can bang with the big fellas as well as play guys out on the perimeter some.
All good points. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Having a guy like Odom in your rotation, as you were talking about, is such a luxury for the Lakers for those reasons you just said.
And he seems to thrive as a plug-and-play kind of a guy, too. I mean, he can do a lot for you and doesn't always need a lot of time to do it. Well, it's obvious they've really made it a point to be much more aggressive, doing a better job of getting to the foul line, more so than in the first quarter.
And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Guys, there were a lot of questions about whether last season would be Phil Jackson's final one, whether he'd retire. After they won the title and he set a record for most coaching championships, he said he was leaning towards retiring. He decided to return, though, saying, "Count me in." After a couple of weeks of deliberation, it's time to get back to the challenge of putting together a team that can defend its title. It'll be the last stand for me, and I hope it's a grand one. Guys, good to have him back.
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. Timeout called the Pacers. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami. Right now, they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And, of course, there's the Pacers. 3.5 games back. Here's Jones. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Ford kicks to Granger. Leads him in. Knocked loose. Stolen by Artest.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. They get Danny Granger.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, they've upped their free throw percentage to around 90% here. That's an outstanding, a great job this quarter.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Indiana. Collison comes in for TJ Ford. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, you can't top perfection. That's a great job. Perfect from the line this quarter.
Here's Rush. Uncovered. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
Playing much more conservatively here. I look for them to open it up a bit, to be a little more free-flowing and aggressive.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fisher can't hit.
When you take a leaner like that, a difficult shot, it's going to hurt your chances, no matter which way you cut it.
Granger from outside. Bynum grabs the rebound inside. And so we wrap up the first half. Lakers ahead, up 10.
No better way to unwind on a Sunday night. We've got your HB halftime report. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against Indiana. They're still looking to establish what kind of team they'd like to be this season. An explosion of scoring so far. This team has been unstoppable. Kobe certainly playing well so far. Also, Ron Artest getting it done. And doing their best. Some excellent numbers being put up by both these gentlemen. Quite a night for them. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Some changes for Indiana. Nick Roberts has checked in. Has Dunleavy in for Tyler Hansbrough. The Pacers finished last season with a 9-21 record against...
He's getting the highlight reel play of the day for that one. Now that was a dunk.
He certainly put a little something extra into that slam.
Little added pizzazz.
And here is Ford. The shot by Collison. Cannot hit. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. About 3.5 minutes left in the third. Some background on Collison. Both of his parents were world-class track athletes, and it shows in him.
Yeah, and you know my line on that. You can't run away from the DNA.
I love that line. Another shot. Yes, on the jump shot. 27 points for him.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
With a wide open look, and that is good. Collison's got 10 points. And speaking of Collison's speed, really, wouldn't you say right now the league is putting more of a premium on speed, Clark, and quickness than in the past?
Yeah, I think so when you talk about spacing the floor with shooters all around you, and also the fact that we've had the 8-second half-court violation in play for a number of years. So speed and quickness is at a premium.
Those are good points. Granger. Nick Roberts sets a pick. Outside Collison. Let's go with a three. Can't hit. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
He's put the team on his shoulders and really carried them offensively. An amazing performance by that man.
Now Dunleavy. Guarded by Kobe. Here's Granger. Hits the elbow jumper. Granger's got his first 2 points.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
And it's the Lakers' ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Granger.
Normally he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
Ford against Kobe. Here's Collison. Hits the tray. Collison's got 13 points.
Kevin, that's just not good defense. You can't be giving players of his talent level looks like that. Come on now.
Here's Kobe. Can't get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. 13 points in the game. Passes it back. The shot by Collison doesn't get enough under it.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
Here's Kobe. Takes it up. It's off. We've seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
That's exactly the way to play. The fans love it. It's fun for the players. I love it. And more importantly, it's tough to defend.
From 11 feet away, Dunleavy snatches it down. So it's Indiana now. A 12-point game. Picked up by Kobe. To the paint. Here's Ford. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count.
Kobe, that's for two. We play through three in the double-digit game going on here. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
For the Lakers, the Sprite Spark has been from the play of their two-guard off the bench. He has given them such a huge lift since coming off the bench. He's definitely had an influence on this one, guys. Exactly the kind of production you hope for off your bench.
Thank you, Doris. He's certainly changed, Clark, the complexion of this one.
I thought he served as the catalyst. I mean, he willed his team in a positive direction, and they...
The Pacers making a switch here. Here's Rush. It's hauled in by Bynum.
You absolutely have to make the defense respect you there, Kevin. He was wide open and couldn't drill it.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Rush out there with Jones. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then there's Danny Granger and George. Stolen by Artest. Here's Odom. The shot misses. Granger with the defensive effort. And it's the Pacers ball, trailing by 17. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. The shot misses. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here's George. Can't hit from beyond the arc. So it's the Lakers now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Rush. 2:40 left to the fourth. From downtown. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. Big time lead they've got.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well. Oh! That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
Here's Rush. For 3. Kept alive. Here's Hibbert. Tipped.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all. He got baited into throwing that one. The defense was well on top of it.
Arcs it high. That one is good on the lay-in. He has 35.
With a comfortable lead, they should be able to finish this one off.
And the Pacers call time here. Clark, talk about life on the road for an NBA player. The highs, and certainly there are a lot of lows.
Yeah, there are certainly some highs. I mean, just being in the NBA, having a chance to travel around and do something you love doing and that you're good at. The lows, I mean, you miss your family, your friends. If you're a married guy and you have family, that's tough when you're away from home. And then there are distractions out there, a lot of them.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Ratliff is checked in. Barnes comes in for Lamar Odom. Josh Childress, he's checked in for Ron Artest. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Kobe. And a change here for the Pacers. And Clark, were you a room service guy, or did you go to restaurants on the road?
I was probably 75% room service, 25% hanging out at a restaurant with a friend or two, or maybe a teammate. I know what you are. It doesn't make any difference whether it's room service or going out. You want to make sure you had multiple meals when you travel. I know that about you.
How about the press room? If it was free, it was me.
That's right.
Right side, Collison. With the floater, Barnes corrals the miss inside.
And they're getting it done on the glass today, Kevin.
A nice advantage here on the inside. Here comes Ford. Can they get it? Childress gets the board inside. Here are the Lakers. It's blocked, but they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Again, the Lakers.
They're leading by double digits. And I'd say this game is essentially done.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're losing by 24. 47 seconds left in the game. Luke Walton's checked in for the Lakers. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand player of the game.
So I'm on my Grizzly, 24/7, saying all my prayers for my head, hit the sack. Oh man, forgot to meet with the bosses for break fast. I'ma keep pouring it on. I'ma keep pouring it on. Yeah, your health is not my concern. I'ma keep pouring it on. Okay, I must say I feel sorry to say this. Been all around the world and still